What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. Now, on a day where two headlines broke almost simultaneously, the first of which, Marvel reportedly wants to get rid of Deadpool's creative team for Deadpool 3, followed by almost immediately Thor Ragnarok director Taika Waititi reportedly eyed to helm Deadpool 3. There were a lot to unpack in both articles accompanied by the headlines, but even more so, a specific point of contention where Deadpool 1 and 2 were harnessed and actually written, the creative force behind them aside from the writing duo on the script itself, and what's going to happen going forward into Marvel Phase 4 and 5. And while we'll talk about where these stories came from, whether we can believe them in full or think they may just be sitting somewhere around rumor status, there actually is something very important going on between Ryan Reynolds, Marvel Studios, what happened with the first two Deadpools, and what Marvel Studios plans to do with this third as far as who's going to control where it's going creatively. We're going to break the whole thing down, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We're giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, as well as a whole slew of other Marvel related stuff, including a limited edition Infinity Saga box set. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and if you want, stick around at the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So first things first, both articles today written by We've Got This Covered Scott Campbell, and with the reputation of the publication as such, they've gotten some things right in the past, even reported on things days and weeks before they've been officially announced. They've also had a lot of headlines fall through, to put it nicely. So the normal disclaimer, take that as you will. Scott goes on to report that according to their intel, in the first article titled Marvel Studios Looking to Replace the Deadpool 3 Creative Team, quote, Reynolds is reportedly keen to bring back director David Leitch and writers Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick for Deadpool 3, but according to our sources, the same ones who told us the movie was in development months before Reynolds confirmed it, and that She-Hulk was coming to Disney Plus, Kevin Feige wants to bring in his own people, end quote. It goes on to say, quote, according to our intel, the Marvel Studios boss, that would be Feige, is aware that Deadpool 2 wasn't as enthusiastically received as the first movie and is looking to pick his own director and writers for the project, really, which isn't news at all because of course he would, right? With Ant-Man and the Wasp scribes Chris McKenna and Eric Sommers said to be in the running for the gig, among others. From the interviews, what Reese and Wernick have given regarding Deadpool 3, the duo recently made it sound as if they were set to be involved in some capacity, but everyone knows that Feige's decisions are final when it comes to the MCU. Again, that's not news at all, regardless of how much input Ryan Reynolds has previously had in the direction of the franchise. And again, this was followed up 2 hours later by the same writer who indicated that from the same sources, Waititi, who also directed Thor Ragnarok and the upcoming Love and Thunder, is set to be one of the names being looked at to get behind the camera for Deadpool 3 as the studio, quote, narrows their search for a director, and it's unclear if Marvel has formally approached him, but it's said to be one of the names that has come up in discussion, end quote. Now, no offense to the sources over at We've Got This Covered, but as I said in the prologue, I'm going to have to leave that one somewhere around rumor status and take it as you will and with a grain of salt, considering Taika Waititi has been as busy as he has with his own projects and has yet to start filming on the upcoming Thor Love and Thunder. And when you think about how many moving pieces go into something like a new Deadpool movie, let alone just the script, all of the parts of pre-production, it's impossible to think that he'd be able to finish Thor Love and Thunder and or not have to start on Deadpool 3 almost immediately, or even worse, somehow have those films overlap. And that's not something I think Taika Waititi or Marvel Studios want, with the importance of Thor 4 Love and Thunder being the first, 4th installment, and the anticipation of the film as it is with Thor Ragnarok's success. Look, did he direct some of the best comedy in the MCU? Of course, but that doesn't mean that automatically qualifies and signs Taika Waititi up to be the director for Deadpool. And of course, if we're a studio that's only had a couple of directors head multi-franchises like the Russos doing both Captain America and the Avengers, that would be both a little out of suit and what seems like a major stretch for another important franchise like Deadpool. Needless to say, whether you want to believe in the sources or not, there was some very good reporting in the first article, and why we're covering this here at the channel, Scott so aptly enumerated the fact that Ryan Reynolds was the key driving force from the beginning of Deadpool over at Fox, very famously the one who both funded the test footage and then leaked it online over a year later to go ahead and get the impetus for the fan push to get the film made. His connection to that character went even deeper during the second franchise when he basically ousted the director because they didn't see eye to eye on the creative direction and helped co-write the script. that's not going to fly at Marvel. Basically what Scott said, meaning that that's not been Marvel's MO in the past to let one of the key actors take a creative role like that in the film. And it may be the case that Ryan Reynolds is going to have to adjust what he sees for Deadpool and how he takes his direction for the film, both his approach and his involvement on the creative side for the character. That could lead to problems it specifically has in the past for actors like Edward Norton, who famously had their own direction for a character like the Hulk, and we saw how that ended. More likely the case though, Ryan Reynolds is eager and excited to get his Deadpool franchise integrated into the Marvel Cinematic Universe in any way possible, and Ryan Reynolds is a consummate professional, liked very well around the industry. I'm sure he's going to be able to coincide whatever he wants for the character and needs for his own direction with whatever the view is from Marvel Studios. Speaking of which, and if the rumors are to be believed, which are possible now that Sir Patrick Stewart acknowledged the fact that Marvel Studios did reach out about him coming back as Professor Xavier one more time, that Deadpool might see his introduction during Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but we still have about a year before we see if that's the case. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments about all of this. Taika Waititi as the director on Deadpool 3, could you see it with that style of humor melding with what Ryan Reynolds has already done with the character? Do you think Marvel Studios would even assign a project immediately afterwards like that, or that Taika Waititi would even want it? Or do you agree with me on both counts? It's sort of absurd. More likely the case it'll be somebody completely new. And if you do, who's your pick to direct Deadpool 3? Keeping in mind they have to keep with what he's already done, but also fit that into the first rated R Marvel movie, and in a sense that'll work in other crossover films when he finally does. Let me know all your thoughts below, guys, and quickly let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We're still giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, the next of which is at the 600,000 subscriber mark. We will easily hit that by month's end. All you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and that'll automatically enter you to win all the rest of the prizes here at the channel, like the limited edition Infinity Saga box set. We gave the first one away on New Year's Eve. We're giving this one away on the 2nd anniversary of the channel in April. All you have to do to be entered to win either of the PlayStations, the limited edition Infinity Saga box set, or any of the other future prizes we give away here at the channel, is we'll be doubling down all this year and next, hopefully all the way up to 1 million subscribers. All the same rules will apply. Hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell with notifications turned on, leave a like and a comment on this video, and because it's truly random, the more videos you like and comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners are announced at the end of videos, and if you've missed any of the past announcements, especially real recently, no worries. All you have to do, scroll back through the channel, look for the winner announcement and the sub count in the title, click on that video, and scroll to the end. My name's Michael Roman. This is Everything Always, guys. Thanks so much for checking out the channel, and stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.